Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Tanisha's Reading Corner podcast. I am your host, Tanisha. Tanisha's Reading podcast is dedicated to anyone who desires to make reading a daily habit as a form of self-care. To stay updated when a new podcast is uploaded, please subscribe to the channel. In addition, you can find me on Instagram at Tanisha's Reading Corner for many book recommendations and tips and tricks on how to keep reading a daily habit. Let's dive into today's episode. Happy Monday, everyone. So another Monday, another book reading challenge for the week. So today's book reading challenge is, drum roll, get a reading journal. Yes. So last season we talked about the benefits of having a reading journal. So a reading journal is basically just a book or a journal, essentially, or diary, or what have you, whatever you like to call it, where you write out all the ideas, all the thoughts that you have while reading. It's a great way to keep, because when you are fully engaged in an activity, you're more likely to do it. So when you're really into a certain character or a storyline or the setting or the imagery or the quotes or whatever, write it out in your reading journal. But in order to do that, you need to get one. So this week's challenge, if you don't already have one, get one. Get a reading journal, get some crayons, get some pens, get some highlighters to really start activating those creative genes. That is your challenge for this week. So, just to go over all the benefits of having a reading journal, so that way you understand why it's a challenge, is that having a reading journal increases retention, focuses you to contemplate the material you've just read, allows you to study and analyze that material, provide space and time for writing practice in case you want to get back to the journaling. Helps keep you on track with what you read, so that way you're not constantly thinking like, wait, what did I read? What's this about again? It ensures that also you capture the ideas and inspiration that pop up while you're reading, so that way you don't lose them. Also, it helps to record your thoughts and your feelings in the moment. And, being able to get your feelings out on paper is such a great form of self-care. Journaling in general is just a wonderful way to really express how you're feeling and why you're so engaged with what you just read. And also, it can become a little bit of a life journey as well. When you read something and that engages with what you're actually going through in real life, you're able to write it out and be able to work through those issues. Record your favorite quotes, record your passages. A reading journal keeps old friends alive. Books often become as beloved as a friend or a family member. They've given me pleasure and experience, solace, wisdom, for which I am eternally grateful. My reading journal ensures that they'll never be forgotten. The characters I read, So, best places to get them. Really, you can use any old journal. I like to go to Amazon, Target, Barnes & Noble, wherever you get your books from. Best believe there's going to be journals there as well. Find one that really speaks to you. Start using it ASAP. In the car. And on that note, I thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Tanisha's Reading Corner podcast. Thank you for coming back. And this season, we're going to dive more into some audiobooks, but also into biographies, autobiographies. This season, also we're talking more about tips and tricks, as always, keeping reading a daily habit. So stay tuned on Mondays for the weekly book challenge, and then on Wednesdays for your Deep and Dive podcast episode. So again, thank you. Please, if you love this episode, share with family and friends. Please rate wherever you get your podcast, on Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever your podcast. And I'll follow at Tanisha'sReadingCorner.com, which is the website, and also on Instagram at Tanisha's Reading Corner. And wishing you all good wellness and good reading. Have a good day.